Okay, I'll start. Hey everyone, this is your caster, FamiliaTwin, with my co-caster for this game, Reg.
Hello!
And I guess we're doing a full captain's mode, so we're going to see the full in range of heroes, and of course we're going to start with that classic Invoker band first. Timpura is known to really play that hero, and an Ember Spirit band for the Dire team. Okay.
Yeah, Invoker's just a really strong hero all around. I think anybody, particularly minTea and Timpura, are proficient at that hero. And it's just good to get rid of it. I mean, it can do everything in the early, mid, and late game.
Yeah, so they nerfed him apparently by increasing the mana cost of Deafening Blast by 100. Tim was like, it doesn't really do anything. Is that true? I thought it, because the combo basically is the thing that's been getting really popular lately.
I think it's a useful nerf. I think they also nerfed his agility, which hurts his laning, his armor, attack speed, things like that. So I mean, overall he was weakened, but I mean, Invoker, he's the master of spells. He can do pretty much anything.
5 seconds.
Yeah, that 20 to 14 debuff was quite a drop. Okay, we're going to see the Tusk manned out by the Dire team, which is actually surprising because Tusk has a terrible win rate amongst us. Like, awful.
I still think he's a really strong hero, especially if you can get a couple of supports that can pair with him to go gank. It would all depend on if teams are able to utilize their smokes sufficiently, which in our friends may or may not happen.
Yeah, I feel like they can't really utilize Tusk very well. It's just that, yeah, they never get the support or anything. Like Tim was complaining about, or not necessarily complaining about, but saying before, is that he feels the need to, he goes in expecting people to help him out, and then when he doesn't talk, he just goes in and dies. Which, I don't know, do you feel like there's a communication problem amongst the in-houses at least?
I think to some extent there's no clear leader, or at least when we're playing, there's multiple people talking and trying to give direction, which leads to some confusion. I think also with the disparity in skill level, it makes it a little bit more difficult for teams to coordinate without communication or have instinctual knowledge of what they should be doing at all times.
Mm-hmm.
But we got a couple more picks that came out. So Spirit Breaker Jakiro for Vaccines Cause Autism. No, they don't. So they're looking to get some push off with Jakiro, as well as some chase potential with the Spirit Breaker. I know DuskRising is a very strong fan of the Spirit Broker.
Mm-hmm. Oh, actually, no, I don't think he would play it, though. I think that's more of a Mousecop pick this game.
Oh, that's true. With Mousecop on his team, it may be a Mousecop hero.
They're going to ban out the Necrophos, which is a very annoying hero to play with, especially with Jesse. Although, I think at this point, I think Jesse's probably going to play the core Juggernaut, because, you know, he thinks that he is the greatest core in the world. No.
He is the only competent carry that we have, so it makes much sense for him to be playing it. I will say that I think it's a wasted ban on the Necrophos, because I don't believe Pino would actually pick it.
That's very true too. With Pino as the captain, he definitely will not listen to the shenanigans of Tim and Jesse. I would hope he's more of a rational drafter at least. I hate drafting personally. That's why I always tell Derek I'm straight up not picking players and not picking drafting. Because like
it's very difficult, especially when you don't know what when we combine different sets of heroes, what kind of strategy is going to be the most proficient or most effective.
Mm-hmm.
Teamfight seems to be a strong selection. Ban out the Enchantress. I guess they actually may expect they support Spirit Breaker with an offlane Enchantress for Mousecop. Possible. I think again with Witch Doctor Juggernaut on the other team, that Untouchable does less and less and less.
10 seconds.
Probably was not going to be selected.
Yeah, why did they ban an Enchantress?
5
I mean,
seconds.
Witch Doctor's ult is not affected by Untouchable, and it deals a significant amount of damage. Bane coming out, looking to get some more control in fights. Probably the COTE hero, if I imagine. I hate Bane.
Yeah, I know.
He's the bane of my existence.
He said that before. We're going to see a Mousecop Zeus probably. Not Mousecop, Alex Zeus. So a Mom Spaghetti Zeus probably.
Zeus has a very strong win rate in these in-houses. I think sets up the VAC or VCA team very well. Probably going to be mid. I think a roaming Spirit Breaker off lane definitely support Jakiro. So they need their carry and their either offlane or second support. Whereas Waruda are looking for their mid and offlane.
Reserve time.
Not a whole lot of reserve time used in this game.
Yeah, it seems like these people know what they want. Or at least Derek knows what he wants.
Last game was a little bit more prolonged drafting phase.
Yeah, because you have to listen to somebody tell you to do something else. So...
Very true. So, looking at what our Waruda needs, I wish I knew the heroes better. I think they could pick a Viper to stand in the mid lane and do pretty well.
Templar assassin.
No, they're going to go with the TA, which is an interesting pickup against the Jakiro. Like...
It's a Timpura special. They'll
Oh,
play
yeah.
that.
This is
There's
not...
Derek's hero, I think.
Dyer's band.
Yeah, this is
Is-
definitely not a good pick for the TA, I don't think. You can... The TA doesn't move with the invisibility, so you could just Zeus Lightning Bolt to find out where he is. The sand...
There's
Go
also a lot of refraction removal between Sandstorm, Liquid Fire,
10
Zeus,
seconds to go.
Static Storm.
Static Field proc.
Yeah, exactly. So
So
I'm
there's-
thinking it's a really bad pickup.
There's going to be a lot of removal potential, and they're kind of in a red, purple, blue motif going on. One abnormal pick for each side. See if they'll continue that.
Oh yeah,
Spectre, 900 for less
that's
ban.
very true. I'm hoping that they actually fulfill their thing. It better be a purple hero, man. Better be a purple hero.
Oh, and my chat is purple too. That's great.
10 seconds to go.
So now they have their mid. They're looking for their
5
offlane hero.
seconds.
I honestly still think Faceless Void is a strong hero despite what happened in the last game. You need to set him up with a good hero. I don't know that he fits here with the amount of nuke potential and stuns, but they have to burst you down or else you're able to get away pretty much scot-free. Just as we have time winding down, I think Juggernaut will have a pretty fair time in lane with the backup of a Bane and a Witch Doctor. I think the trio of purple in the middle could potentially roam and gank pretty effectively, but once large team fights break out, I don't know that Templar Assassin's going to have the ability to stand and deliver without a BKB.
You think they're gonna pick a Phoenix or something as their offlane?
It would add to their team
10
fight
seconds to
very
go.
well. There's not a lot of right click currently.
Oh, they're going with the War
Oh,
Runner.
Centaur.
That's been a while since I've seen one in an
So they're
in-house.
literally looking to chase them down, and there's the right clicker coming out from the Radiant and Phantom
Oh.
Lancer. That's also going to destroy refraction.
Yeah, that's definitely a very good pickup from him to pick up the Phantom Lancer. First of all, they don't. It doesn't seem like the Dire team have that much, whatchamacallit, AoE clear. I mean, if he gets an Aghanims on the Witch Doctor or something, I guess they'd be able to do a decent amount of damage and quickly ping off those illusions. But other than, I guess, the Witch Doctor and maybe the Juggernaut and the Centaur War Runner, Phantom Lancer could probably wreck their team really well.
Side Blades and a Battle Fury from Juggernaut could be effective, but I imagine that Phantom Lancer will go for a pretty early Diffusal Blade, which will cause a lot of problems for that team that does not have large mana pools.
I'm getting some reports from Pino saying that he won the last pick Brood. I wanted to see that too.
Left this game. No.
Okay.
Looking at the teams, we can introduce the Radiant.
Okay, I guess I'll introduce the Radiant and start with minTea Fresh as the Zeus probably heading mid. We're going to see Mom Spaghetti on the Jakiro. We're going to see Mousecop playing the Spirit Breaker. Hybridsunite, oh, Jason, a first in the in-house league, I think, and he's going to be playing the Phantom Lancer. And finally, DuskRising on the Sand King, which I haven't seen in a very long time. And with the Dire?
Looking at the Dire, we have Hankinator, the competent carry of the in-house league, playing the Juggernaut. Tickle This, smoked up already as the Witch Doctor, moving towards mid. PinoSmash, also smoked and playing the Centaur War Runner in the offlane. Timpura, playing the Templar Assassin in mid. And lastly, COTE on the Bane as they support.
Oh boy. Well, let's see what crazy shenanigans are going on, as they did decide to smoke early, I think, some of them. And it looks like Tickle This was trying to get the ward up stealthily, which is actually a very risky thing, because, I don't know, I guess he wanted to use the increased move speed to try and get there quickly before the rest of the heroes got there so that he can set up that ward quickly, but it looks like in the bottom lane we might actually see PinoSmash get caught out. DuskRising taking a little bit of damage from, I don't know what he took it from, probably PinoSmash using his stomp or
a little
something.
right-click exchange.
Yeah, exactly. And it looks like it's going to be a 2v2 with the third hero coming in from the side. Maybe they'll be able to sandwich COTE, and it looks like they're just going to take that ward rune and run away.
PinoSmash plants a ward. It's going to block that medium camp, but will have no effect as there's no more magic bush on the bottom lane. Looks like each team gets a rune. More importantly, going to the TA on the Dire. We'll see how the lanes shake out from here. Looks like there's going to be a tri-lane from the Radiant on the bottom. But probably until the Sand King starts to rotate into the jungle. Not much. I would imagine there's not much kill potential on the Centaur, who's a very tanky hero. Has a stout shield, mango, salve, and a stomp to get away and disengage.
And it's going to be a defensive tri-lane over here. We'll see if they're going to be able to get any kills on this Centaur Warrunner, who, you know, despite being probably one of the most tanky level 1 heroes, can't probably deal with 3 of these heroes over here. Especially with that Liquid Fire Harass that's being really annoying. Tickle this taking a significant amount of damage from the Mousecop solo lane over here. He does only have a single level of Charge of Darkness, so not going to be able to RNG his way into an easy victory, but we'll see from there.
Depending on the scenario, I usually like 17% as a better first point value.
Yeah, I could understand that.
Especially if you're able to isolate one of the support. But in this case, there could be some kill potential with the Juggernaut trying to chase you down, and
yeah,
charging
definitely
to another lane and getting away is certainly valuable.
It's definitely the safer pick, especially for the off lane, solo off lane.
Looking at the last hits, Timpura leading the way on his TA, and COTE actually doing a very nice job of de-warding a pretty cheeky ward near the bottom rune from the Radiant.
Yeah,
it's a very good ward spot. Somebody's been watching PPD's videos.
De-warding so early, this is pretty ridiculous, actually. What is this? We're not high enough Dota for this.
DuskRising near the
Mousecop.
Ancient's going to catch out COTE, but Mousecop maybe going down top lane.
No, he's perfectly fine.
Gets back underneath his
A
tower.
few unlucky cask bounces, but he was able to get out of there fine. Meanwhile, it looks like they're just dancing around this tree for some reason, using DuskRising, trying to get that bit of, you know, fog of war, but it looks like he's just going to get out of there. Yeah, they're just going to dance around that tree. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, looks like Timpura is just taking a significant amount of damage. I mean, this goes to show how much better Zeus is against the TA Refraction. Each one of those static fields is going to get rid of one of those charges really quickly, plus Arc Lightning, plus the fact that, yeah, it looks like he might be able to get a kill here. But nope, he gets the Refraction up just in time, and he's going to get out of there safely.
And Timpura does have his bottle delivered. Oh, first blood
Wow.
lane on the Centaur Warrunner.
We fucking Toby now.
Tri-lane between... No stun on the Jakiro, just the stun from the Sand King. With the dot damage from the Jakiro and the right click from the PL is enough.
Yeah, and I definitely think, despite, I don't know, I guess this common misconception that we have in our in-house leagues, this thing, like, the carry is, like, a very skill-reliant role. The carry is probably the easiest thing to play. I really don't understand why people think that carries are, like, oh, only if you're, like, 3k or higher you should play the carry role.
I think its importance increases in the late game when they should really be the person determining what your plays are going to be. Mm-hmm. Because they're the one that's basically going to make or break your game at that point.
Yeah, that's true.
To the most extent. So, I certainly feel like anybody could play carry, but you need to have a strong team around them, of course.
Yeah.
Looks like there's going to be some action in the top lane. Charging in onto COTE. Mousecop's going to stun. Sand King will probably follow this up. This should be an easy kill for the Radiant. Nightmare on the...
It looks like he tried to
No
save that
substitution.
Nightmare till later, which is very interesting. TA gets that kill on Zeus, and it looks like he's just going to charge and be able to get that last hit. Here comes the right click, and he's going to go down. And it looks like that's going to be 1-for-1 with the Zeus and
This could be another kill on the Tickle This.
Bane taken down.
No,
Oh,
17%.
unlucky cast, but here
Timpura
comes
comes
Tim
in.
coming in from the side. Here
Gets
comes the
stunned.
stun. I don't like when this happens. And it looks like COTE is going to teleport in from the side, and Mousecop is just going to have to run out from there. He doesn't have enough mana for the Charge of Darkness, so he minTea really do anything about that. And it looks like minTea Fresh coming in from the mid lane, and he might be able to get the kill over here. Not level 6, so he's just going to have to let him go away after that.
Level 2 Lightning Bolt, level 1 Arc Lightning's not going to get it done.
Oh, definitely not.
Pretty early to actually take a point in the static field. I think it makes sense to take down the Refraction, but you should just leave it at that and continue to level up his actual damage dealing abilities.
Really, I always, well, I mean, obviously I max up level Lightning Bolt first, but I feel like the extra bit in, oh wait, this is going to be a very dead Mom Spaghetti as he is caught out in the forest, and it's just going to be a free kill for Tim. But as I was saying before, I really feel like the Arc Lightning isn't really worth it to level up, because, I mean, you don't really have that much mana to spam anyway, especially early on. So one level, just to use it to harass and to farm, and then the static field combined with that will, you know, I think really works out better than leveling that up too much.
I think it all depends on what kind of engagement you're expecting.
That's true.
Static presence really good, or field, excuse me, is really good in team fights because it's just going to be doing a consistent amount of damage every 2.5 seconds when you're casting out Arc Lightning anyway. Or 1.75 seconds, jeez, what a cooldown.
Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous.
So looking at the last hits, dire favored right now in the Juggernaut and the TA. Looks like PL and Zeus are getting their farm somewhat.
Oh, PinoSmash, trying to use that skill, but he hesitates for a while, with Mom Spaghetti coming in from the back. Yeah, definitely Centaur is probably the pick against the PL. I mean, at this point, all he needs to do with the PL is just not attack Centaur Warrunner and let everyone else deal with him. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, it seems like minTea is going to go. Will he be able to get this kill, as he doesn't have enough mana, but he can do one more right click, and that's going to be enough, as Mousecop is coming in from the back, but minTea, is he going to be able to get out of this, as the refraction is now done, but one more hit from the Templar Assassin is going to be able to kill him off.
COTE's rotating in.
2 more seconds,
Use the
here comes that
stampede.
ult, and it looks like he's going to be able to get out of there just fine, and it looks like...
Sleeps him, let it go, then Raid Sap. Oh.
Oh, just not enough
Might
damage,
have
that's
missed that for a
unfortunate.
second.
Didn't have the Brain Sap, didn't have anything else. So, DuskRising, deep in enemy territory, puts up that Sandstorm, but it doesn't seem like they have any detection, so they're going to have to run out of there. And Mousecop, maybe trying to get 1 or 2 kills to try and do something. Here comes in the stun. Is he going to be able to get that damage? And it looks like he might instead be killed by the neutral creeps. Oh no, COTE!
Oh no, COTE should have been killed by the neutral creeps.
Oh, no, there you go. Does Brain Sap him, but... yeah.
Meanwhile, Hankinator just farming. Needs to be careful if they try to wrap around on him, but the other 2 heroes are low on mana, so they probably can't do anything. He's closing in on his Battle Fury, though. About another 2,000 to go. He's got his Perseverance done and his Quelling Blade. No boots. Rushing straight Battle Fury.
I guess he just expects that his Blade Fury and his Omni Slash will be able to save him out of situations, which, to be honest, it can, so...
I think he needs to invest in at least 1 TP so he can spin teleport. But
That's
against the
very
Spirit Breaker,
Oh yeah,
70%
yeah, that's
of the
not gonna
time,
help.
it may not work.
Yeah, exactly. Well, at that point, I would expect him to just get the boots then, because... whatever. He's playing a very greedy play. At least we're not going to see another Boots of Travel first from Jesse, because that went so well last time.
They bring Sand King in. I think they could possibly get a kill on him. Depends on how many right clicks they get. Oh,
Oh, nice.
perfect
Nice
play by
ultimate.
DuskRising going to the Sandstorm to avoid being killed by the Omni Slash. And another right click.
But Hankinator could just come in and spin. Actually, he doesn't have enough mana, so it looks like he's just going to have to get out of there.
You're gonna
Here
try
comes
to
a stun.
chase down. He's got a stun, gets a double stun, and runs away, and there comes the charge for Mousecop with the Zeus ult. They could get a kill on Hankinator. There's 1 bash.
Oh,
There's a
Fairy Fire at the
Steps
last
to get away.
second. Very, very good Fairy Fire from Jesse. If he didn't do that, he most likely would have been dead. And unfortunately, Sand King does not have enough mana, so they're just going to have to both limp out of here.
It's a lot of ults used on each side for just a bit of harassment in the end.
He does have that healing ward ups, but at level 1, it's going to heal him very slowly.
They put an Ice Path into Timpura on the mid lane, catches him, but there's no follow-up. No mana on the Zeus to be able to do much.
Dyer's middle tower
See what everybody's building. Zeus has mana boots in a bottle and nothing else.
Tickle just scouting this out, so they know that he's here, and it looks like they want to steal some of this farm from him. He's using that Blade Fury to try and deal some damage, but it looks like he's taking more damage than necessary, and he's just going to take that farm and get the heck out, which, you know, isn't necessarily the worst trade-off for the Sand King, because he still does get that experience, and he was able to deal a decent amount of damage before.
I think the experience was actually shared between 3 or 4 heroes, so nobody really made much of that.
Yeah, that's kind of true.
Mousecop charging in onto the Witch Stock, hits him once, gets nightmared up by COTE,
But unfortunately,
swaps it off.
DuskRising still does not have enough mana, so it's...
1 bash on the Tickle This, doing a row, right click damage, no bash. Oh, Tickle This is going to live, except Zeus comes in with Arc Lightning, and they could get another return kill. There's going to be another charge in down to the Healing ward is out. They haven't yet right clicked.
And here comes the ult
Ultimate from Zeus.
and the
That's
triple kill.
A double kill for Zeus. 3 kills for the Radiant. Take a 7-2 lead.
Yeah, definitely things are going better for the Radiant now. Did not expect that. Did not expect them to just stick around after that point.
Do you see? There's some interesting wards placed from the Dire. They have one underneath the secret shop. There's a stampede coming out. Looks like
nice dodge
PinoSmash
from
gonna
the Phantom Lancer, and it looks like he's going to turn around, maybe throw in that nuke to try and get that last hit, and it's going to be a kill for the Sand King instead. But who
Radiant
cares?
extends their lead. Looking at the net gold graph, there's about a 1,500 gold lead for the Radiant. About 1,500 in experience as well.
You don't even care.
What I was trying to say is this Dire ward near the Radiant top tier 2. I don't know what it's really effectively doing for them, other than maybe scouting out some.
You
some
mean this
Spirit Breaker
ward?
charges.
Oh, what the heck? Yeah, I guess they're using it for the Spirit Breaker. That's pretty interesting. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, it looks like this is going to be a solo pickoff for the Timpura against the Jakiro. But will he pay for his time as the charm comes in?
Mousecop.
And he does have the ultimate.
Timpura's dead here.
Oh no,
he
he
gets the refraction
barely
off.
gets that refraction off, but look how quickly it goes down. Doesn't have the ult, but he will in 15 seconds. PinoSmash in. He is coming in, and it looks like he's trying to get this last hit, but there's no way he's going to get it with the Mousecop charging in, and will DuskRising use that stun to try and kill him off. Tim going back in, what the heck is he doing? Really wants that kill off the Sand King, but it looks like he's going to pay for this, and no, he's just going to back off. Does not have the refraction up, so maybe a little bit more damage, and minTea could ultimate and kill him off, but he has absolutely no mana, so looks like, wow, okay. No kill for no kill, right?
One person from each side went down. I believe it was the Bane, and then earlier, of course, the
Oh,
Timpura.
yeah, they're right.
Power is under attack.
Looks like teams are kind of re-gearing themselves to fight in mid. Mousecop sitting on about half health, though. He charges in, he's probably going to be a dead cow. Maybe ground beef, so to speak.
So,
Hankinator still farming on the top lane. He's one component away, about 500 gold from his Battle Fury. And still does not have any boots.
And at this point, the TA is now #1, and Phantom Lancer has taken the #2 spot in the farm. Those kills have been really adding up on him, but he is able to catch up a little bit.
He has completed treads and a 4-man shield and drum, and so that's some nice mid-game fighting and farming items.
Oh, here comes Mousecop charging in all by himself at half health, so it's going to be a very risky play as COTE can just easily stop it. Yeah, good. Definitely a good call.
minTea Fresh looks to be building into a Yule's. Has a regen rune, so he's actually about to die.
Yeah, tries to stack. He tries to stack for the Phantom Lancer and just gets caught out by this, whatchamacallit. Wait, what? Huh.
Don't know why the creep wave was there, but now you know Tim has a blink, and you shouldn't have been there.
Yeah.
Mousecop gonna soak the XP in the mid lane while the Zeus respawns. Oh, they put a sentry down top lane. Looks like DuskRising could go down. He's about one right click. Ooh, he uses the Omni Slash.
Opsy used the Omni Slash.
That's what happens when you don't have boots, friend.
Yeah, that's actually very true. There was no way he was going to catch up, so Opsy used the Omni Slash for that kill. Gets that one-hit Omni Slash, you know, really making use of that name. And it looks like Tickle This is going to go charge in.
Ultimate comes out from Zeus
to try and... I don't know why he did that.
They're chasing down the Witch Doctor who's overstaying his welcome in mid. Mousecop gets that kill.
He's just going to die for that.
So 10-5 in favor of the Radiant.
And it looks like they're going to try and maybe get a pick off this Phantom Lancer with TA rotating in towards the bottom. She does have that blink, so she can just stick in the back, but at this point, here comes the ultimate, and then he might want to just back off. Misses the stun, and it looks like... Oh, nope, here comes.
Superb. Brings him down to half health. He phases out. Drops the trap, uses the drums. He's still trying to run. There's no rotations in. This could be a kill for Timpura. There's a charge coming.
No, there's just not enough damage at this point. He's going to be able to do the doppel split at this point. Just do it any second now. Oh, he uses the the slow instead. And that might actually be better for him, as it looks like he's not going to be able to get out of there. Oh!
And goes down.
Oh, man. The plays by Jason. Oh, that was pretty hilarious. Mousecop is going to get... Yeah, he's going to get this kill. There's no way he's going to be able to get out of this.
So 17%.
3 seconds, he's just going to be able to stun him. There's no way he's getting out.
There we go. Stun comes out. PinoSmash TPing back in, but there's no way he's going to be able to kill a Spirit Breaker. Meanwhile, up top, we missed Juggernaut dying. Has boots on his Battle Fury, but nothing more. And it looks like the Radiant's going to try to press their advantage and take down this tier 1. Make the jungle a little less safe for that Juggernaut.
Tower is being attacked. Dire's top tower has been destroyed.
Net worth of these two teams is very... Oh, it was about to be pretty close, and now it's back up to about 2,000 with that tower taken by the Radiant. Same with experience, these graphs are pretty much mirroring each other.
Phantom Lancer is now in the mid lane, just trying to push and deal damage to this tower, which is actually surprising because not many people are nearby to try and stop this, but it seems like they are just going to just chill in that tier 2 top and try and defend the Juggernaut. He's opting to... What do you think he's going to go next on the Juggernaut? Probably finish up that Treads or something? Or maybe, just maybe, go Boots of Travel again.
Could go Boots of Travel. I think right now that they're definitely weaker in the team fight. But meanwhile, we got Stun come out. It looks like PinoSmash is about to go down. Uses his Stampede to try to run away, but he has the Urn on him. This may be enough for Mousecop. They need to keep vision. He can charge him again in 3 seconds. Timpura also links towards him.
Yeah, but they're about to get sandwiched at this point. Timpura needs to get out.
Unless he TPs now.
But he can't, it's on cooldown. Yeah, this is a dead Timpura, and that's all for nothing, too. That was for nothing, too. They weren't able to get a kill or anything, so... Now we're basically just seeing that weakness of the TA. I mean, he hasn't been able to get any damage items, so you saw how little damage he did to the Phantom Lancer, right? It was way more fragile than the TA at this point. Go ahead.
I do want to point out he went Treads.
Oh, okay.
He may have been able to kill that Phantom Lancer with phase boots. He was always a little bit far away, and he was also got trapped by the creeps. So if he went phase, he may have been able to get out unscathed. But
yeah,
he made his items always. I think Treads are perfectly acceptable. Looks like Jesse's also going Treads. About to be charged by Mouse on the Spirit Breaker. TPing into Zoot. They're going to pop some damage on him.
Here comes in that Omni Slash.
But he used on this very tanky Spirit Break. Yules comes out. They're going to pop some more magic damage into his Juggernaut ass.
Yeah, not to mention that there were already creeps there, so it was a little bit out of desperation, but, I mean, it's either that or he just dies, but, you know, with a 120-second cooldown, he should have just died, honestly. There was no way he was going to get out of that.
In the bottom lane, we did have a Jakiro kill come out from the Witch Doctor,
which
presumably
who cares, because they got the Juggernaut kill on the top. Meanwhile, we're going to see the two, the Phantom Lancer and the Spirit Breaker chilling bottom. Tickle this sitting at a very low amount of HP, with Timpura sitting in the back waiting to blink in. Opts to blink in now to try and get this tower. It's going to be a 4-man push into the bottom lane, so we're going to see a rotation in from the Jakiro, which is cancelled actually. hybridsunite going out. Here comes Spirit Breaker charging in, trying to get that pick off before Tickle this is able to do anything. Oh man, and he just pops. Here comes in the blink, or I'm sorry, the doppelwalk, and it looks like Timpura is just going to barely be able to blink out, and they're just going to rout and run away, and they're going to try and pick off this PinoSmash, who is just going to die. Not going to be able to use his ultimate, doesn't have it anyway, so it doesn't matter, and yeah.
Take a double damage as a constellation as well. So 2 for nothing, 17-7 in favor of the Radiant now. Hankinator TP down to this bottom lane. It is now farming absolutely nothing, losing a lot of time. Bought this Battle Fury to farm. He needs to take advantage of it.
Yeah, we see that he rushed it, but he did pay for it with his life a few times. And also, he's not farming. He's deciding to fight, which, in all honesty, he might have to do that. It's just that he tried to go for a risky, more greedy play, and unfortunately had to pay for it. So now
Blink
he's
comes
like,
out on the same king.
oh, perfect ice path by the Jakiro. Blinked right into that, and Tim is going to pay for it. Oh no, here comes in the Tickle this, using his ultimate. Will they be able to get anyone? Nice blink in from Dusk from the side, climbing all the way through the back to try and get a kill. Timpura deep in enemy territory, they don't have any vision. It looks like they're going to finish off Tickle, and Tim is in the back, brings up his new refraction, but that's just going to go away as it looks like they don't have any vision. Doesn't matter as he gets the double stun, and can they even see him? Did they even know he was there? Here comes the ice path, and it looks like it's going to catch him. Nope, not right when it ends, unfortunately. Here comes in the trap and a slow, but Tim is going to pay for his excessively greedy play, deciding to stay in there without refraction against like 4 heroes. Jason, very low. Can he use the doppelwalk and try and get out of there?
Going around, goes back into the tree. He's going to probably live. COTE's going to go down. PinoSmash is going to make it.
Oh, I
Five
believe.
man white.
I believe in the Jason. Tehanmingu. Tehanmingu. Oh, Jason, I believe.
And that's what I call a Yuke.
Radiant's middle tower is under
The
siege.
J is silent. Oh, another Asian. Oh god damn it.
He's happy.
I mean,
He's half. He has the Asian, half white.
what a Tomat. So
I know,
Hankinator
what a
goes back
Tomat.
to farming. I think he needs to really start to split push effectively, but
Dyer's bottom
they're gonna
tower
lose
is
their bottom tier 2 tower to this Radiant team. EL taking a lot of hits from the tower here. Should get away.
Yeah.
Dyer's bottom tower
Phantom
is
Lancer
under
trying to
siege.
change the aggro, but unfortunately it wasn't working for him as fast as it should have. So he's just gonna have to limp out of there and head back to the to the base to heal up. And it looks like meanwhile we see TA going over here. Has no damage items, so she's gonna be forced to pick on these. Look how little damage that does against the Jakiro. One hero that he should be picking off in an instant. So you could just see that Tim has not been getting the good games. Here comes in the Zeus,
and here comes the
he's,
stun.
oh man, he's gonna pay for it.
Six found him out. Ult comes out. Arc lightning. He's another death for Timpura.
Opts to get the Aether Lens on Zeus. I guess it's for the extra damage, because it does increase the damage a little bit, but...
It increases the range as well, so I think it combines pretty well with some of the ranged heroes they have.
Yeah, that's kind of true. I guess since...
And 8% damage.
Yeah, since you're going to be spamming Arc Lightning anyway, that 8% damage could really add up over the long term. And
Ice Frog did nerf it.
Oh yeah, the
magic
no
resist.
magic resistance, which, you know, was so unnecessary to begin with anyway.
Too many magic resist items in the game. I don't think it was. I think you're right. Didn't need to be there.
Okay, here comes in the Blink Stun, and PinoSmash is going to die again. Very risky play. Actually, surprisingly, barely has enough ultimate for his ult. And with Mousecop coming in here, this is going to seal in his fate. There's no way he's going to be able to
Mousecop
get
has
out
a
of it.
Shadow Blade now, so there's going to be a lot of stealthy charges coming out. Just set up very well with DuskRising, who gets another Blink Stun on the Tickle this main live, except the charge comes in from
Nope.
Mouse.
Sealing in the fate again. It looks like Timpura might even die for this too. Nope, he's going to Shadow Blade and get out of there, which is the right call. With Juggernaut coming in from the side, you don't want to be able to feed any kills. Here comes the Dust, but do they even know where he is at this point? Looks like they're going to just give up, thinking he got away.
He's going to go down to this DuskRising Sun.
Oh, and unfortunately, they don't have the Dust anymore, so they can't see the DuskRising. And minTea is going very deep into enemy territory, but he is supported by his allies nearby. Here comes in the charge. Beautiful charge in by Mousecop. Kills him up, and I really think at this point, there's no way that Dyer can win. It's 28 to 8.
Ultimate kills off Timpura. I think this game is basically over.
Yeah.
And they're calling it. 22-minute GG. 10,000 gold lead, 10,000 experience lead at this point. PL did have a defusal pretty much before this fight, so they were in a very good shape to continue going ahead. What great execution by the Radiant.
Yeah, and I think just honestly, it was just the better draft for the Radiant team. They just had way more reason. I honestly don't know why they bothered even picking up the Templar Assassin 4th when they had the Jakiro and the whatchamacallit.
I think there was a little bit of backseat driving that came out and was listened to.
Yeah, probably. And so, with that, I am your caster, what am I? Oh yeah, FamiliaTwin, and this is my co-caster.
Reg!
Okay, so we'll see you next time. Bye.